Today we are riding the 2026 TM MX300. Our test rider, Kody Moore, took it out here at Kawia Creek Raceway today and spun some laps. And Kody, curious to get your first impression of it. You know, looking at it from the outside in, it's a cool looking bike. It comes with an HGS exhaust. It's got a steel braided front brake line. It's got oversized rotors, Pro X sprocket. It has a lot of cool parts. How does it work?
Man, I mean, for never riding a TM before, I mean, it's definitely different, but hopped on and felt comfortable on it. The chassis and everything, it was very soft, really gelled with the track, I feel like, today. So any of the harsh bumps, I felt like the chassis and everything would just kind of flex a little bit over it, no rigidness. And then the suspension was a little soft, I feel like, for some of the bigger hits, but for the chatter and everything, after we changed the rebound, we went 2 clicks faster on rebound and 1 click stiffer on compression. And that made a difference too with the chatterness going down the hills and the fast stuff. Wasn't getting head shake anymore. It felt a little bit more stable, but I feel like it really excels in the tight stuff. So maybe on a different track where there's maybe some more ruts, you know, not so fast paced, I think the bike would shine a little bit more with the power that it has to offer. Just having like a really meaty mid-range power. I feel like the low, you couldn't really carry a gear high because it wouldn't want to roll out of it as fast as you want. You want a little bit more bite, or you could rev out second, and I felt like the power wasn't there. So when you find that mid-range power and you can really ride in it, I feel like the bike excels.
I feel like it'd be a great bike on either like a tight moto track or even single track off-road trails. And you said the power is kind of in this middle, and so you had to shift a lot to kind of keep it there. And it was really good there, but if you lugged or over-revved, you felt like it kind of fell off.
Yeah, I almost feel like maybe you could change it with a sprocket or something, you know, change some teeth around and mess with that to really get it dialed in. But yeah, I mean, on maybe a more technical track, single track, you know, if you're just a weekend warrior that wants to go ride, I mean, this thing gets after it on the moto track, and I feel like it would do really well out in the single track and just having fun.
Yeah, it's cool looking too. 2-gallon gas tank, right? And it fills right here on the side, which is a little different. I like that you can see the fuel level. This is the tank right here. Everything up front is the airbox, kind of like the Yamaha setup. Just from a engineering standpoint, it's kind of cool looking. It sounds good when you're riding it. Looks cool, especially with our Whiskey Throttle gear here. Like you were a real fashion piece out there. What about brakes, clutch, kind of all the little things?
Yeah, brakes were great. I know it has a Nissan rear brake. I want to say it's Brembo in the front.
It's a Galfer rotor with a Brembo caliper.
Yeah, so brakes were great. With these new boots, I was kind of missing the rear brake sometimes, trying to get my feel in them, and the front brake would get me in the corner still. So when I needed the brakes, they were there for sure, which was great. And then the shroud and everything, like I mentioned to you, I felt like it was really well. My knee pads and my boot, nothing was getting hung up on the shroud when I'd come into the corners or anything, which I've had some issues on with other bikes. Like I feel like my boot will get hung up or something. And so the bike just feels really well.
I asked if you could feel this cap here, and you said no, not at all. In fact, the whole thing is really comfortable to ride. It doesn't hang up, doesn't do anything funky.
Yeah, you can be riding it and have your legs, if you're riding far back or if you're putting your weight on the front, like everything flows really well. Like you can move around on the bike and not get hung up anywhere or feel.
You said the suspension's a little soft into jump sometimes. We did make a change, just a little bit stiffer on the front. We didn't change the rear, kind of just ran it as it was. So we could certainly adjust that, but just your overall impression of the suspension and cornering.
You know, here today, the track was a little bit dry, so it's gonna wash out a little bit, but I could still trust it in some of the tighter corners, but then when I get to the sweepers, I feel like the front would maybe chatter out a little bit more. But in all the tight stuff, like there's a tight 180 right into another 180 left, and you could trust all the way around it and give her the berries, and it was fun.
So the question I want to ask, and the one trick to a 300 is, what class do you race it in? Not legal in the 250 class, obviously. Maybe not quite enough to race against 450s. So that's what you and I were talking about off camera was, you know, this is great for like a vet rider who might say, man, the 250 is not quite enough, but a 450 is too much. I want something in the middle. There's a lot of people out there who love the 450 or the 350 KTM, and this kind of plays in that market. You could certainly modify this or add to this, but does it feel like it's in between 250 and 450?
Yeah, I would say that's a good comparison to it. I mean, it is a 300, so I mean, I would really compare it between the 250 and the 350. Like, it really fits that middle piece really well. And I think TM did a great job with how they made the power hit on it. Like, it's not out of control. So if you're, you know, just trying to go have fun and ride your motos and not get a ton of arm pump and get tired super fast, like, I feel like you could ride this thing forever and just have a great time on it.
Well, KYB components on the suspension, like I said, really good parts all the way around this bike. Excel rims, comes with ODI grips, billet, you know, triple clamps. There's not a lot to do to this thing. Once you get it, it's really turnkey and ready to go race. Where can you find these? You'll have to find a local TM dealer. That can be a little bit tough depending on where you live. So we hope the TM continues to build. They've got a really cool line, some bigger 2-strokes, and man, kind of everything in between 2-stroke and 4-stroke. So we appreciate them letting us have a ride on this thing. Super cool. Thanks to Kody for coming out and riding it for us. And hopefully we got some more with TM down the road. Like I said, tons of models, 2-stroke, 4-stroke. Tell us what you'd like to see us test, and we'll see if we can drag Kody out to wring its neck. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, comment what you thought, and share it with your friends.